2025 Bassmaster Classic outside the Hilton. Ran into the happiest man in the fishing industry. It's John Mazurkiewicz, and I have to tell you, I thought I was his best friend, but everyone's his best friend. When I was literally nobody, less of a somebody than I am now, you went out of your way to be a mentor to me, and I always appreciate that. But you know everyone in the fishing industry. What do you do in the fishing industry?
Well, you know what, Pete? I get asked that by my wife, so it's sort of hard to explain. You know, right now I jokingly say I'm quasi-semi-retired, but I do a lot of project work for Daiwa. I have some very good friends there that we go back 35 plus years in the fishing tackle industry. I love doing the pro bono volunteer work that I do with the Bass Fishing Hall of Fame. Both you and I serve on the board of that. We have a blast. We have a good time. We celebrate. We promote, we preserve. That's our mission at the Hall of Fame. We do a good job with that. And then, of course, because we volunteer and give our own hours for it, we're allowed to have some fun with it. And I make sure that happens with the board.
Do you have any like Hall of Fame paraphernalia with you by any chance?
I do. What did I do with that? I forgot about my cup. Of course, we make the board members. We make our own Hall of Fame cups, but it's pretty good. And then always have to have this full of something. Obviously, in the morning it's coffee.
Okay, we can't be too serious. It's 8:30 in the morning. Let's go through the lightning round. I know where you live. Do you have a favorite sporting team or college sporting team?
Well, obviously, I'm a Catholic kid born and raised in South Bend, so the 11th commandment is thou shalt have to be an Irish fan. So I am a big, huge Notre Dame fan. When it comes to baseball and football and pro side, nothing but the Cubs, nothing but the Bears. I'm not an NBA fan. I'm a huge college and high school hoops fan. Matter of fact, I'm at the Classic today, which is absolutely a great time, this whole week, but I'm missing the semi-state high school basketball tournaments up in Indiana. And if I'm in town, I always make it because high school hoops, I love it. I still go today. I see old teachers and all this, and which is always fun because they ask, you don't have a kid playing, I go, no, I don't have a kid, but, have some nephews. Hopefully one of these days my kids will make that happen where I'll get to watch one of my grandkids or one of my granddaughters play high school sports of any kind, and I'll be out there.
Any of those teachers, do they remember rapping you on the knuckles with a ruler?
Yes. But what's fun is they all remember the last name. It's what I say, it's sort of easy with some of these older teachers because I'm the fifth Mazurkiewicz that went through South Bend LaSalle High School. All my siblings, we all went to this school. You run into one of those teachers, they had us all. So I'm easy to remember.
Okay. Polish kid from South Bend. What's the one Polish food you can't live without?
Pierogies.
Pierogies.
Oh, no.
There's two.
You can't say one without saying the other, Pete. Pierogies, and usually we get them from Eby's or Jaworski's, which two little Polish butcher shops back in South Bend. We make our own pierogies. My daughter loves making them. But then the big thing is the big Mazurkiewicz family kielbasa Saturday. And we usually make about, anywhere between 85 and 100 pounds on a Saturday. Obviously, usually right before Easter, so that's coming up, and then we also do it right before Christmas.
What's your favorite waterway to fish at home?
At home, on my kayaks on the St. Joe River, smallmouth drop shot, it's fish after fish. And you're basically right in sort of downtown, the heart of South Bend, Indiana. But on the river, it's like you don't realize it. I mean, it is beautiful. You pass the St. Mary's University campus. Just a beautiful float trip.
Is there an Indiana beer you like, or is it a Wisconsin beer that you prefer?
Pete, you know me. I've been on this. I've been on this carb kick. I dropped a whole bunch of pounds, so I'm going to live longer. So I sort of stick with Modelo Oro, Corona Premier, or Mick Ultra, because those low carb calorie beers. But I do get to spend a lot of time in Wisconsin, and when I get up to Wisconsin, it's nothing but Spotted Cow.
Spotted Cow, New Glarus Brewing Company. I know because he always brings them to me in Springfield, Missouri in September, and I look forward to it.
Well, and if I don't, I get yelled at.
Yes, you get yelled at for a lot of things. What are some of the cool places as a result of your career in the fishing industry that you've gotten an opportunity to fish?
10-pound bass at El Salto. 8-9 pound paddle. Well, it wasn't even that big, but Gros Savon down in Louisiana, absolutely gorgeous. I love to do some saltwater fishing. I've had some chances to go down to Venice, down in Louisiana, and go offshore to catch yellowfin tuna. That is an absolute blast. You catch a couple tuna, and it's like I'm sort of done for the day because they pull hard and they wear me out. But good time. But those were one of my favorite things, and I get to do this every year. My good buddy Bob Ralph, him and his wife, the family owns a cabin up in Canada, just north of Sioux Narrows. My buddy Keith, buddy Ronnie, a bunch of us, we all go up there for at least a week, sometimes longer. And then every once in a while, I'm able to sort of sneak up there on my own for a few extra days after a function up in Wisconsin.
And what's your bucket list trip that you haven't done, or species you haven't caught yet?
I want to go to Alaska.
Okay, we can make that happen.
I want to catch everything. Obviously, want to catch a couple big halibut because I love halibut, so I'd love to bring those home. But anything in Canada or in Alaska, and I also want to see a killer whale.
Yeah,
there's nothing wrong with wanting to see a killer whale.
No, to me, Alaska is America's version of African safari.
There you go.
Amazing.
There you go.
Check him out. John Mazurkiewicz, one of the nicest guys in the fishing industry. Behind the scenes, never claims credit, should, because he's one of the people who almost single-handedly resurrected the Bass Fishing Hall of Fame.
Oh, come on.
You and a couple other guys,
yeah,
and so I'm just proud to be part of it. Check him out. Check out Bass Fishing Hall of Fame, too, and plan to come to our induction ceremony this September. Randy Hopper, Craig Lamb, William Shakespeare.
Very
and
good.
someday, John Mazurkiewicz.
Oh, no. Thank you, Pete. Appreciate it.